Hey guys, welcome back to the biggest agricultural platform in Namibia known as Nduna Ngombe, which means headman of cattle. My name, of course, is Mitchell Mutumba Simata, aka the headman of cattle. Today I want to speak about a European breed, which was a cross between a European and an African breed of cattle, which is the Nguni and the Pinzgauer. Let's speak about it. They came together and they created the Pinzale too. That's the breed that was created. So let's get into this information of the Pinzale 2 cattle breeds and the Pinzgauer. So let's get into this information. You guys know I'm never writing solo. I got my trusted notebook with my not so flattering handwriting. Let's get into this information without wasting any time. So the oldest European breed, the ancestor of the Pinzgauer, first came to the Alpine Central Europe around 400 to 600 BC with the Celtic migration, who settled in areas for its salt and green pastures. The Celtics developed into exceptional herdsmen and more than 1,500 years later. When the Celtics were long gone, their cattle still are popular with the Bavaria area in Germany and other livestock farmers, because these animals are known for their hardiness and willingness to work. Around 1,600, a trader reported up trading with Pinzgauer bulls. The Pinzgauer cattle of today were known under their regional names until the 19th century. It was in 1846 when the Pinzgauer was first officially used for the whole breed, and in 1856 the Pinzgauer attracted international attention for the first time at the World Exhibition in Paris, where 7 of 12 cattle were awarded major awards. The Pinzgauer in Southern Africa. The Pinzgauer was first brought into Southwest Africa, Namibia today, in 1902. The African farmers were impressed with the Pinzgauer's ability and qualities, and soon a large number of breeding cattle were on their way to South Africa. So Namibia again, just like with the Brahman, just like with the Simmental, we led the race here for the Pinzgauer. And from here, they went out into the world. I wonder if Namibia still has Pinzgauer breeders. I'll probably have to check that up. The Pinzgauer Cattle Breeder Society of South Africa, affiliated with the SA Stud Book and Livestock Improvement Association, in 1962. At the time, there were about 13 breeders with more than 2,000 registered cattle. It is also interesting to note that in 1967, the society decided on taking part compulsory in the National Beef Cattle Performance Testing Scheme. It was the first breed society to take this decision. The breed proved to be a phenomenal success under the harsh local conditions. South Africa now has the 2 of the largest Pinzgauer herds of full-blooded Pinzgauers in the world. The terrain and climate in South Africa could not be different to the terrain you would find where this animal were originally bred in the Alpine parts of Europe. Why Pinzgauer? Even the Pinzgauer is a dual-purpose breed of cattle. Here in South Africa, the breed is mainly bred for beef. More meat per hectare. That's their tagline. Pinzgauer's tagline is more meat per hectare. The Pinzale, which is now the cross between the Pinzgauer and the Nguni. Pinzale brings together thousands of years of natural selection in African environment of the Nguni breed, the performance and production qualities of the Pinzgauer breed, and introduces an exceptional and low-maintenance breed in Africa. The Pinzale has been bred and strictly selected for economic production in extensive cattle grazing regions, originally bred in the Muketsi Valley in Limpopo, a climatic, harsh and disease-ridden area in Africa. The Pinzale refers to the Pinzgauer's origins of the breed, and as well as the ZZ2, brand as well as the ZZ2 brand name. The 2 in the middle of the Pinzale refers not only to the ZZ2 brand name, but also refers to bringing together the best of two very different worlds, namely the oldest indigenous purebred in Africa, the Nguni, and the oldest European purebred, the Pinzgauer. The animals in the herds where this tests are done are selected to thrive in low maintenance cost and minimal management. So typical almost to your village environment where cattle are just kept and we don't really spend that much money on maintenance and so forth. All cattle are highly fertile and adapted to fair conditions. The Pinzale is selected for its thick and heat resistant and calving ease and low calf mortality, an effective psychological build and good mothering ability. The Pinzale merits for longevity, fertility. Is known for it has a merit for longevity and fertility in the Pinzale herds. The Pinzale cattle would be able to survive on low lick, low dip, and low medical and management requirements. This is what the Pinzale is able to do. I believe they get that from their cross of Nguni. The Nguni probably added that. It's quite interesting to know that the Pinzgauers were first introduced into Namibia in 1902 and then made their way to South Africa. So it seems like Namibia has been leading the way with a lot of German cattle breeds. But we were a German colony back in the day, so it could explain why a lot of this German cattle like Simmental, Brandvi, Pinzgauers, so many of these breeds were always making their way into Namibia before they made their way into Namibia before they got disseminated into other parts of Africa. And then you have the ZZ2 family, which started crossbreeding the Pinzgauer with the Nguni to create the Pinzale, which is now the best of both worlds. To be able to bring in what the Pinzale has had over the years and to be able to bring in what the Nguni has had and to create a phenomenal hybrid that is very functional and adaptable to the various grazing conditions in South Africa and also believe in Namibia. So the Pinzgauer seems like they have a society, but I can't get information on them, how many breeders, etc., etc. It seems like they keep this information very close to their chests, which is quite unfortunate because it would have been nice to get a breeder's number, maybe in future be able to purchase one or two bulls from them. But hey, it's not for me to say, it's for them to say. But it's probably information that I would need to contact one of my friends who are within the various stud breeding societies, and probably here, maybe they might have better information on them and how many animals, how many breeders, how many animals, how many breeders might be available in Namibia, and where can one actually purchase this animal. Because it started off here in this country, then it ended up in South Africa. So I believe there could still be farmers that are probably farming them in small numbers and probably have to import large numbers of animals. But I'll get that information very soon. With that said, guys, if you enjoyed the content that I put out on this video, do me one favor, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, hit that subscription button and turn on the bell notification so you are notified of future uploads. And share the video so we get the viewership up there, so we can get 1,000 subscribers. That is the target before this year comes to an end. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a very good Monday, because this video will go up on Monday. So have yourself a very good Monday and have a productive week.